Good morning, chat. Happy Sunday to you. Welcome in for some more Terra Invicta. We are now picking up in 2046. A little bit after where we left off yesterday. And where did Earth go? It's all blocked by the icons here. So we've taken out a couple of more alien fleets that have come in, but at this point I think we've exerted dominance over the inner planet space. They do continue to want to send a few units after us. You see where this one's going. Coming into low Earth orbit. Right now, I wonder... 5 ships, 808. We might be able to go pick that one off. We'll have to split our fleet up if they're going to engage with us, though. They do have somebody around the moon. And they've got one additional... Good morning, Renee. How are you today? They've got one additional fleet, looks like around Earth itself. I'm not sure why it's not showing up here. Maybe it was... Maybe the icon was showing up around Earth for... No, it's definitely around Earth. Don't see where... As always, the housekeeping stuff. If you're new here, just stumbled across the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button for me. It does help grow the channel, doesn't cost you anything. If you want to know when I'm going live, hit that notification bell down below. Questions and comments can go down there as well. And as always, feel free to join us in chat. Yeah, I don't understand why I'm... Is that a servants icon that I'm seeing? No, that's definitely... Now it's gone. I guess I'm hallucinating. So, some off-stream work that we did. We have completely put Africa inside of the Caliphate now. So that is one giant country. 4.4 billion people with an absolutely terrible economy, which we will continue to try to develop. Essentially what I did was I freed Ethiopia from the Caliphate, formed the African Union, and then used the EU's armies to conquer the rest of Africa, join it with the African Union. I federated South Africa with Ethiopia, or the African Union, and then I federated the African Union with the Caliphate and then unified it. And I timed it in such a way that it all happened pretty much at the same time. So we got the African Union completely unified, with the one exception, which was Madagascar. I could have spent time on this, but I wasn't going to bother. I don't think it's worth doing. Because the African Union didn't have a navy, it could not declare war on Madagascar. And I wasn't going to wait to develop a navy for the African Union, so I was just like, you know what, Madagascar, go do your thing. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, go do your thing without me. So, what that did was, for a long time, I was sitting at 740 something CP while we were doing the Union. And then once we unified it with the Caliphate, dropped us all the way back down to 654. So now we've got 114 CP to work with, and I can kind of make a decision here about what I want to do next. Now I'm thinking I might go in and take the US away from the initiative. They have trashed the country for the most part. It has almost no research, which is weird. But based on how they've broken this down, I guess not too surprising. They've really invested heavily in military, which, while understandable from an AI perspective, is probably not the best way to go. I would probably disband a few of these armies. The other thing that happened is we did finally get the EU into the fusion age. So our armies are now on the next level. So I could take the US. I think I've got enough CP for that. It would put me just over my CP cap to take the US. Or I could go in and take India, which would be 72 CP, so that would keep us under the cap. India has also been abused at this point. Yeah, they look pretty terrible. Like, their per capita GDP at this point in the game, if it was run properly, should be up in the mid-20s. So they've really run that into the ground, but I guess that's what I should expect from the AI. Regardless though, I think at this point this is probably still my best choice, even though they have completely crapped the bed with how they've run it. At least its per capita GDP is still good, and it's got a good GDP overall at 10 trillion. So that would be 107-ish or so CP, which we have room for. So we could absolutely do this. And I think that's what I will do. I think what we need to do is coup it, and then expel anybody who tries to take any CP from us. The initiative's not going to be happy about it, but at this point in the game, who cares? So, where are we at in the cycle? We're at March 1st, so we're on top of the cycle. Oh, the other thing that I did was I sent my colony ship out to Jupiter, and not surprisingly, it is getting bombarded. But the interesting thing is, we colonized Io. What I did was I actually landed my ship, and they sent a fleet over, and all it's been doing is bombarding the ship. It's leaving my station alone. So I'm going to leave my ship on the planet because they can't seem to hit it while this gets constructed. Once the construction module's done, then we can start putting bases down. And as long as they sit over here and continue to bombard the ship that I have landed on the planet, I think we're fine, because it doesn't seem like they can hit it. So I don't know if that's a bug or what the deal is, but that seems to have started at least to work out for me. Obviously, if it fails, we'll continue to clean out the inner system and then send a fleet out there to defend any stations that we build. We've definitely got plenty of mission control available, and that was another nice thing about this union, was it added another, I want to say 75 mission control, because I was pumping a bunch of mission control out of South Africa before we unified it. Might have been a little less than that, but you get the point. So we've got a ton of mission control to work with here. As far as research goes, I am finally doing the objective research for their purpose. And we have finished a couple of drives and a couple of reactors and a few other things to help make our fleet construction a little better. So I may go in and retrofit the destroyers that I've been using with a different look. I still like my weaponry though. Like, the way those destroyers are performing is really, really good. We've had no problems at all with the aliens and what they've been sending after us. Can I obsolete? Okay, I can finally get rid of these. They've all been blown up now. I can actually probably... No, I don't want to get rid of the troop boat yet. I could probably obsolete the fuel escort. That's the thing that's getting bombarded on Mars right now, or on Io. But I definitely need to throw a redesign in there because we have some better drives and some better power plants now, and I think better armor as well. I've got the exotic stuff researched, and we have plenty of exotics. What else have we done? Oh yeah, we finished a couple of habs, I think. So we got our resort up and running, and that is actually really pumping out some cash. So we went from about 2.5K per month to 7K per month after this came online and our nano factory came online. So this is really pumping out a bunch of cash. And then we also built a new nano station that is pumping out a massive amount of cash now too. So just those two stations alone added almost 5K to my monthly output, which is awesome. And I've got them all well defended now too with battle stations and such, and that's what I'm working on next, is upgrading some of my colonies and stations that I have, make sure that they're able to defend themselves and produce something of value. I don't think I have a ton, actually. So let's see all locations. I mean, they are obviously taking up some mission control here. Like the Ceres shipbuilding station, I would love to improve this. I want to get some mission control on here so that it's not costing me 5 mission control. I want to get a couple of command centers up to negate its cost, which we could do that. I think I'm building power there right now. It's got 280 power, and we're throwing up an extra battle station on this side. I want one more battle station here just to make sure it can defend itself. I don't care too much about extra space works here. One is good enough on Ceres. We just need it there for refueling and the ability to pump out the occasional destroyer, I think. So I've got another 250 power coming online. This is going to consume all of that, which leaves us with another 280. I think I'm going to put 2 command centers up right now to wipe out the mission control cost. That will make my power just about neutral. So we'll need another fusion reactor farm. And that will give us another 250. I could throw another battle station up. I don't know if 4 is overkill or not. But if I do another battle station, then I'll need another reactor to fill out whatever's left. What else would we want to put up here? I guess some more mission control could come on to this thing. We've got the Ag Center, so that wipes out the crew cost. I don't really need the engineering. Alright, yeah, let's do one more battle station. And then we would need one more fusion array. And that would give us probably 280, I think, extra power. So I could do 2 more command centers and then see where we're at. You know what I should do, actually? I forgot about this. I think we just opened up heavy fusion reactor farms, which give 450 power. And they don't actually have much higher of a support cost. I should research this before I continue to build. Yeah, yeah. Why waste the time building standards when I could build heavies? So let's knock that down and pump that up. Get that done as quickly as we can. That'll be done next cycle, and then we can continue to build further. Alright, so I think that is pretty much everything. Hey, Nod. It's a custom laptop, or did you get this from one of the majors? I would think that their warranty support would be able to help you with it. It's surprising that if it's crashing, you're not getting anything out of the event logs. Windows 10 or Windows 11? Yeah, I think we've got a plan. I think we start working on the US. We have no public opinion here, essentially. This turn is... yes, it's over. Alright, so we're gonna send... the farms took you a year to build. Well, it depends too on whether or not you're pumping that from Earth, or if you have a construction center set up around the hab that you're building. So it kind of depends, I think, on how you're building them. Like, I could take a look here. That was where? Mercury? Yeah. No, it wasn't Mercury. Where was that? Ceres. It was Ceres. So the construction time on the command center is February 2047. Yeah, that is almost a year. Do I not have... I might not have a construction facility set up out here. Maybe that wouldn't be a bad idea. Do I even have... wait. Do the Spaceworks act as construction facilities, or is that foundries? That's new technologies. Maybe they only... trying to think about this. Maybe it's the nanofacturing complex. Accelerates the construction of all HAB modules and allows the founding of additional... yeah, that's what I don't have over here. That's what I should build. It's slow because I don't have a nanofacturing complex set up. So let's throw that up too. I haven't even thought about it because I have those set up in every planetary system, but I didn't do that in Ceres because it's really just there to mine the water. Do you know how the construction modules work? Do they work only for the station, the orbit, the planet? It's the entire... I believe it's the entire planetary system that you're in. So as long as you're in interface orbit, it works for all of the orbit rings for that planet and everything on the planet itself. So for instance, going all the way back to an actual regular construction module, which is what we have on Io. And obviously this is coming off a colony ship, which is why it's a tiny little orbital. Accelerates construction of Tier 1 HAB modules at this HAB and allows founding of additional platforms and outposts in this planetary or asteroidal system. So what I'm going to use this for is to set up a HAB on the planet at Tier 2. I'm gonna have to play with that because it says it only accelerates the construction of tier 1 habs. I wonder if you can outfit colony ships with bigger stations. I mean, obviously the advantage to doing it the way that I did it is that we got here quicker than our probes did. But once you get your first construction module or nano manufacturing complex or whatever you're building up, then it accelerates everything for that entire system. So that's why I like it around Mercury. It takes no time at all for me to build stuff there. And same with Mars. I have, or do I have? I might not have nano manufacturing complexes on Mars. I think I do. We're getting bombarded out here, but that's to be expected. None here. None there. Yeah, I didn't build any around Mars either. I need to do that. Boy, that's something I never even thought about. So construction out on Mars is going to take a while too. So, that being said, now that we know that, let's adjust what we're building here. I'm actually not going to rebuild these skunk works, which is why they're sitting there destroyed. I'll replace those with... why do I... There it is. Let's replace those with that. Plus they generate cash, too. Appreciate that, Renee. That was a good little reminder of why things are a little slow right now. And why things are really quick around Mercury. Alright, let's send everybody over.
Ready for orders.
Well, somebody's gonna have to assault, but... not a coup.
We'll make our appeal.
Where do you need me? I will try to sway the public.
I'm here. I will tell our story.
Where to?
I don't know what's going on in Port Louis, but like every other turn I'm having to get rid of alien life forms there.
We are going in.
Alright, so that's going to be the plan for Earth moving forward, is we're going to go take the US. We can still add more CP to our cap through some technologies that we haven't researched yet. So one of the things I will invest in is United North America and then Greater North America. But at this point we have almost the entirety of the Eastern Hemisphere, minus Madagascar, India, and Japan. Well, what is now considered Japan. So we're doing fine as far as percentage of CP, I think, for endgame. I'm assuming that it's going to be 75% like it is for everybody else. Maybe I could be wrong about that. Public opinion's great. And there are almost 10 billion people on the planet. And of those, we have... Ooh. How did I not see that? Did I just remove the notification because I forgot? I hope nobody cracks any of my points. I could always go back to the autosave if that happens. Anyway, we've got just under 1 billion people there. So that puts us at 5.4 billion. $7.3 billion. And that's pretty much it. So of the 10 billion people on the planet, 7.3 billion of those are in countries we control, which I think is pretty darn good. All right, let's unpause. So, you know, one other thing I want to look at before we move on is make sure I haven't forgotten about any notifications of aliens transferring to my stations. I think we've taken out like 7 or 8 dreadnoughts over the last month and a half, so they're gonna have to spend some time rebuilding. It's like just single ships here and there. Yeah, I think we're clear. All right, so that being the case, let's look one more time.
I will help them.
I will help them.
Here we go. This is the fleet that I was waiting for. Victor 138 is 5 ships with 796 combat power. Let's see if we can't take that out. 5 ships. So we're gonna have to definitely reduce our size if we're gonna engage them. I think probably 3 of our destroyers would be enough for that, because it's 3 battleships and a destroyer and then 1 corvette. Let's try that. One thing I wish they would... Maybe it's just because my headset's loud, but the engine sound is starting to get annoying. Alright, so that means you are gonna go try and engage that. Alright, let's save everything. We also got lucky on some of our research rolls and picked up a couple of nice drives that have like a 30% chance to unlock, so I'm waiting for those to pop now and research. Alright, we go. Let's see if they'll engage with us. It's only 3 ships, I think we're fine in a line. They're running. Alright, we could try it with 2 ships and see if they'll engage. I think we still have enough PD to take anything out that they're going to send at us, but we can test that. I'm not going to bid. Actually, I am going to bid. That way we can use up some of their Delta V. So I'll send these guys back up and refuel. And then we'll go back up again. And we'll split out 2 ships and try this again. And I doubt that these 2 can handle the 5, but it'll be an interesting test. Mercury or Mars ban? Definitely Mercury. Specifically because of what you're saying. Now that I have heavy fusion reactors about to unlock, maybe I'll change my mind on that. It's so difficult to build stuff on the outer planets and manage your power. Mercury just makes it so much easier. Just throw up 2 or 3 solar arrays and you're good. But maybe I'll change my mind now that I have the heavy fusion arrays unlocked. And obviously, the other thing is, this is my first time actually making a foray to the outer planets, so I don't really know what's in store for me out there. Alright, let's see what happens here. Take me there because we do need to refuel you. No, expensive. It's hard to believe that this is why I need the advanced drives that we started to unlock, is because they don't use nearly as much fissiles or noble metals in their propellant. And then let's merge them back in. Wait, what? Confused. Oh, it's because they're still refueling. Alright, let's see if they'll engage now. My feeling is they will, and I'm probably going to have to roll back to my save. I don't think 2 of these guys can take 5 ships, but we'll find out. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try and get them to pursue me in a disorganized manner so we can try and pick them off one at a time. And also this should allow us to outrun any missiles that they send at us. Yeah, it looks like they're going to... This is perfect. The beautiful thing about AI is, and this is every game, it's really stupid. So we run away for a little while, let them waste their missiles, and then we turn around and foil gun them to death. Oh, you know what else we should do? Is we should actually turn around. Like that. There we go. And I'm pretty sure our PD can handle this, but we'll find out right now, I guess. Yep. That's good. The other thing about that question, Anon, is it depends on how you decide you want to focus your research too, right? I could have much earlier in the game focused on engine technologies and gotten my tech up quicker, but I was much more focused on getting my planets united, or my countries united, I should say, than I was on the tech. Yeah, this one's coming right at me. Very nice of him. We should be able to overwhelm his PD once we get closer to him. Yep, already done. Alright, next up, this guy. Does he not have any PD? That one doesn't even have any PD. Ah! These guys weren't close enough. I think we can still win this with one. Yeah, I want to go this way. We want to create space between us and any missiles that they send at us. As long as we're going backwards, we should be able to continue to shoot their missiles down. I may actually run this battle back, because I think I can do it without losing a ship. Is he out of weapons? Surprised he's not firing at us. Start moving this way. He's further away. It's a little deceiving as to who's where, unless I'm zoomed in on them. Yeah, this might be too much for one ship's PD. Let's run that way. I don't think we've got the PD for this. We need both ships. Alright, we had the maneuverability though, so that's good. We don't turn very fast. Come on, go by us, go by us. There you go. Do we not have a target? Am I out of... No, I still have projectiles. I wonder why we're not firing. Ah, we're gonna get hit. Oh, we did it. Now we're firing. Because we didn't have our nose pointed the right way. I don't think I can win this. I could probably draw it to a stalemate, but let's try again. I'm pretty sure if I manage my flight paths correctly, I can win this. I need to make sure I'm keeping both ships relatively close to each other so their PD can feed off of each other. It looks like we're more maneuverable than them, which means I should be able to separate them out. I should probably be playing it at 2 speed, not 3. I could see selling regular metals, maybe, and maybe hydrogen. I don't know how much money you get for those, though. I don't see a case where you would ever sell your nobles or your fissiles. Alright, let's see how this goes. I think we can do it. I think we can. Ah. We need to make sure you guys stay together. Let's see how that goes. So we got the Corvette and the Destroyer last time, but none of the battleships. How far apart are they? They're probably... probably close the gap there as well. Alright, first set of missiles on its way. You're getting too separated out there. Good there. And again, the battleships are staying pretty far behind, so I think we can do the same thing we did last time. Just kind of start to close the gap here a little bit. I might even keep backpedaling. Ugh, this drives me crazy. For this battleship to separate itself. Alright, time to slow up a little bit. Let's let this guy catch up. Now we need one of their battleships to separate itself out. We still couldn't survive that, huh? Oh wait, we did survive it. Our armor saved us. Question is, how are our engines? We've lost our battery. We've lost our component armor. We've lost our coil cannon and one of our phasers. So he's not going to perform very well. And they aren't really separating out all that much. They're staying pretty close. Alright, let's run a little faster here. You're damaged, so you're not going to be able to keep up as well, so I'm going to try and keep him a little bit separated, I guess. We do need our nose turn, though, if we're going to fire at them. How we doing on ammo? We're good. Yeah, the problem is I don't know that we actually can win this with 2 ships. Maybe if I played it with a different tactic. But they won't engage with 3 ships, and then I would have to chase them around, so I think we just let them sit in orbit. Ship that isn't as powerful. Alright, let's go back to here. It's one thing I still haven't figured out yet is when the aliens will actually engage with you and when they won't. Not just based on combat power, but by number of ships. Because I've gone into some of these engagements with quite a bit less, or quite a bit more combat power, but the aliens will have like double the ships and still engage. But 6 of these destroyers against 12 alien ships perform really well. As long as you keep everything together and really take advantage of your PD. But 2 is not enough. I wonder if maybe I could like make a gunship or a corvette with a slightly less combat power than the destroyers have. And if that would be enough to make them engage with 3 ships. I also think that's winnable with 2, but it would take quite a long time because I think I would have to take very circuitous flight paths to make them separate their ships out. I think the EU is exposed, not the Caliphate. Yeah, it's an old notification. And did I already give him the command? I did. So we're still going to end up, because I don't think there's a way to cancel this. Oh, there is. Good, that way we don't have to refuel. Yeah, I don't know what makeup I would need to make them want to engage with me. got 3 ships. Yeah, these are all destroyers. Well, we'll let them sit there until they bring another fleet in. And they are willing to engage. That's the one thing we don't have is the Delta V to actually chase them down. And it's such a waste of resources to try and chase them down.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Good.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Yeah, this keeps happening every cycle, and apparently, I don't know, I guess they just can't hit it. Like, what is the damage that it's taken so far? Can I even tell? It's taken no damage. They just keep bombarding it, so I don't know if they're hitting the shields on the front or what the deal is. But it's a nice little distraction while we get the station built.
We've moved the needle.
Alright, so... that's better. What's the population here, anyway? They haven't really done much at all to grow the US. They've done a lot to destroy it, though. That might be enough to get us to allow us to get a coup off.
Target secure.
See if they've got anybody up here. There are some people here. Hopefully they aren't trying to crack my CP. Alright, so if this joins up with that fleet, maybe then they'll engage with 3. And then the question becomes, can 3 take on 6? Probably. Alright, there's our heavy fusion reactor farms. So let's finish... building on Ceres, I think was where we were. Yeah. So rather than build... as a matter of fact, I'm going to cancel that. Let's make this a heavy. And let's make that a heavy. It's not quite twice as much power. But then I don't think we need to build that one. Can I cancel? I could decommission the building of that one. I want to see how much surplus power I have with 2 heavies. I mean, I'm probably going to need, like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's build this one, and then when they're all done, we can decommission the ones we don't need and replace them with something else. Same thing on Mars. Now that I think about it, I think I've got some building going on there, right? Yeah, fusion reactor farm completes June. How much power, surplus power do we have right now? Not much. Let's trade that one out. we need to... This one's producing 42. Let's get rid of that. Because we have the extra power. And then see what we have once that's done. Yep, I am aware of the obsolete function. So most of the stuff that I leave up is stuff that I haven't made a decision about whether or not I want to research. All right, the construction station is done at Io. So let's take a wander out there. Yeah, so you can see I've obsoleted a bunch of stuff. That's the stuff I'm definitely not going to research. Anything I haven't obsoleted, I haven't made a decision on yet. All right. We have a construction station. I guess the question is the fleet that's bombarding the colony ship going to start bombarding... why am I selected the wrong thing? So we would want to put a station up at... Lake Hung, I think. Now, will it allow me to do found settlement? It will. So it doesn't just apply to Tier 1, it applies to Tier 2 as well. Interesting to know. So we can do a couple of things here. I could do a ring and put battle stations on it in low orbit. Question is, will it survive the 90 days without anything there to defend it? Let's find out. Let's keep an eye on our... Alright, and now show me what my building times are. Let's say heavy fusion reactor. It's still 360 days to build the power, so... The cores are quick, but everything else is still... Alright, let's do this. Let's see if they let us get any of this up. So 2 heavy fusion reactors is 900 power, which would allow me to build 4 battle stations. Actually 3, and then I'll be a little over. So let's do 3. I don't want to waste a ton of resources here, but let's see if we can get this stuff up. If we can get 3 battle stations up, it can probably defend itself, because the aliens have a tendency to not send more ships than they think they need to blow something up. And then in addition to the orbital, I could try a settlement and then upgrade it to a colony. Like, colony right now would be probably too expensive anyway. Let's try settlement. And then once we know we have defenses and stuff up, then we can think about expanding. So here we would want Yeah, the one downside is I can only do regular fusion reactors. So you kind of have to double up on spending your resources here. So this is 85 power, which means I could do 2 layered defense arrays. We'd want 4. So we want 2 fusion arrays, 4 defense arrays. See, now that is 90 days. Maybe it's because I'm doing rings and more advanced stuff that the construction times are longer. Either way, if I could get this up with 4 layered defense arrays, I think I could then expand without danger or worry about them blowing things up. I guess we're gonna find out. And that puts me at 200 mission control. Because if I can get a Spaceworks up in Io orbit and get like 6 or 7 destroyers to defend and attack where we need to out there, I think that makes things quite a bit easier. I gotta say, this is starting to get really
Going
annoying.
in hot.
What's the up?
Alright, what's our coup percentage in the US? 2%, so we still need more. Did you raise unrest? Oh yeah, we can just...
The
we can just
people
do
will
this.
rise.
Reporting in. We're going in.
Standing by.
That'll make it much easier
The
to get a
government
coup off.
must fall.
You need
Acknowledged.
to defend interests here. Somehow I left
Making things safe for our people.
that uncovered. Alright, what are we doing on priorities? We're fine here. I think I need to switch the Pan-Asian Combine back, though. We've been concentrating pretty heavily on military. Yeah, they're in robotics now, which is where we wanted to get them. So let's switch back. Oops, not balanced. Yeah, balanced. Do that. That way we don't crush our GDP too hard, especially now that we've gotten to the next section here. And once that's growing again at a good clip and everything is stabilized, we will throw points back into military again. Now, you know, I could break it down so that at least we're got 10% there. It'll still keep growing its military.
Securing our control.
Offering counsel.
And then once these guys are done purging xenoflora, they can help us take the US. Alright, Zeta Helion Drive. Let's take a look at the chart. That's where we want to be. That's the one I've been waiting to unlock. So, take me there. I think the Z-Pinch is cheaper to build and refuel. So change this project to the Zeta Helion drive. What's the Helion inertial drive? Not as good. V-pinch fusion is what's required for it, so we do definitely need to keep researching that then. Let's get them both done around the same time. And then we can start fitting out some new ships that should actually have a much better chance of chasing down the aliens. Good. He keeps bombarding the colony ship. I'm fine with that.
The revolution is coming.
Just want to make sure he doesn't actually hit it. Yep, looks good.
The revolution will not be today.
Right. Thank you, RNG.
I will report when my mission is complete.
Target secure.
As long as we don't get 2 more flowerings over the next turn, we should be able to concentrate a little bit. Good. Battle station is now up in series. Streetwise averse, careless, suspicious, conspiracy theorist, or paranoid. Let's see which one she picks up. Paranoid is fine. Drops her persuasion, but everything else is good. That's another concern that I have. All of my counselors are getting up there in age. Alright, time for everybody to come over and destabilize the US.
It's time to bring it all down.
Your orders? We will bring it down.
Where to? The people will rise.
Your orders? We'll make our appeal.
Where to?
Why don't you go defend the Pan-Asian Combine since you're already off mission?
Securing our interests.
EU could use a stabilize next turn from him before he goes back to advising. He is almost maxed out. How old is he? 55. I think he's my youngest counselor at this point. My counselors are all older than I am now. You know that's a problem.
Making things safe for our people.
Lending my expertise.
Oh, I meant to take a look at what was going on Ceres. Alright, so we've got 3 battle stations up now. The 4th, that's going to be done in August. How much extra power do we have? Almost none. Heavy fusion reactors in March and in March. That's just way too many armies for the US to have and maintain. Keep bombing that colony ship all you want, especially since my
The revolution is coming.
it's so ridiculously high.
The
That
uprising is underway.
if they ever decided they wanted to
Uprising
declare
is
war,
underway.
they would be completely blockaded.
We are winning their hearts and minds.
Alright, let's see what our percentage for a coup next turn is now. That unrest is a little higher. We still have 110. The gap is closing because the Caliphate's growing. They're gonna try and bombard something, so let's slow down. Why don't you do a stabilize in the EU real quick, and then we'll send you back
Restoring
to
order.
advising.
Where do you need me?
Public opinion has dropped suddenly. Yeah, it has. I'll have to fix that too. We're up to 4%. 35 if I want to spend. Let's do a few more of these.
We will bring it down.
Acknowledged. The government must fall.
I'm here. We'll make our appeal.
Ready to go.
This is cheaper.
Making our case.
Offering assistance.
How are we doing on construction and IO? Still a year away there, but this should be closer. June. 2 months. %75 chance, well, 50% chance of nothing. Please do not take out any of my defense arrays. Well, that is the best of the worlds that could have happened. How much surplus power do we have? A ton. I should start upgrading this stuff. Yeah, let's upgrade one of you guys to a battle station. And let's upgrade one of you. And one more of you. I know it probably seems silly to be so cautious about my upgrading, but I want to make sure I'm managing my mission control well. And
Things
my
are
cash
cooling
well.
off.
It makes me nervous when I'm not close to 100k in spare cash.
Long live the revolution.
Death to tyrants.
The people will come to our side.
We've moved the needle.
Alright, I may try a coup next turn. I don't want to get this too high because we're going to be taking over. Means I'm just going to have to spend time bringing it back down again. Alright, that's better. Which does he have a higher success chance of? Public campaign or increase unrest. We'll do one more increase unrest with him.
The people demand justice.
At your service.
You can go back to
Offering counsel.
permanent advisor.
Ready.
How many of these? It's unreal how quickly they show up everywhere. Alright, well, we'll work on that next turn. I want to finish this.
Time for some new leadership.
Ready for my mission. By any means necessary.
In
Your
theory,
orders? making our case.
May. So they'll both be done this month.
Offering assistance.
Offering counsel.
Yeah, because he's...
Prepping for mission.
both still...
I will report when my mission is complete.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They sent another ship. So close to having that hab done too. Ah, bummer. We don't have any defenses up yet. Let's see what he takes out. That's fine. It's only one. That's two. As long as he doesn't take the core out, dang it. Yeah, he's not gonna let us build out there. That's a bummer. I wonder if the station will get built. That's a much bigger challenge because of how long it takes. I guess we'll find out. I don't know what exactly it is that makes the
Public sentiment is
aliens
increasingly
mad.
with us.
Dead to tyrants.
Alright, what are our percentages? We're up to 62%.
Mission in progress.
for both. Let's save here. I may save scum this. I'll let it go, but if somebody gets detained, I'm definitely save scumming.
The old regime remains in power.
Our plot has been foiled.
Yep. I'll take a failure, but we can't afford a detain. Yeah, one thing about that, Anon, is I still haven't figured out, like, the hate meter is the hate meter right up until I think you go into direct war with them. And then once you're actually at war, I haven't figured out if they're less aggressive after they destroy assets when you're already in the red and in full combat with them. Like before, when we were still in the orange and they weren't happy with some of the stuff I had around Earth, they would send ships and take out some of my orbitals, and then they'd stop attacking the next cycle. But that was before we went into full war. Oh, that's worse. Small fleets of 1 to 2 ships to bomb all your stuff. That so far has been my experience, which is why I was hoping those layered defense arrays would get built. Because with 4 layered defense arrays, they'll usually take 1 out, and then the other 3 will destroy the ship that's bombing them. But if they aren't going to let me get the base up, then I'm going to have at least some fleet out there to project some power to give the bases time to build. Alright, let's try that again. Today's drink of choice is LaCroix Tangerine. Last night's drink of choice was Tower Station IPA, which I had too much of. What are we watching? Oh yeah, we're watching this.
Mission canceled.
Our people are in charge.
That was a nice one too. That still leaves us with 47. So we're going to be cutting it close until we can find a tech that increases, because with the Caliphate growing, we're constantly going to be right on the edge. But let's see if we can fix the US now. We don't need anything in military almost. They're already at 7.3, which is ridiculous. Cherry. I don't think I've ever tried the cherry. I don't even know if I've ever seen it. They, there's like 3 different places I go to buy it, and they all carry different sets of flavors. Alright, let's pump welfare up for now until we get the other 2 CPs under our control, and Unity too. Oh, I have seen the cherry. I think they call it cherry blossom. Alright, man. Have a good day. Thanks for stopping by. Always appreciate you. Enjoy your Sunday. Ah, they're gonna take the station out. So we're gonna have to send a fleet out there to help defend if we want to be able to build anything. Alright, well, it was a good test. And now we can actually do it a little bit cheaper. So I'll start designing a new set of ships with the new drive and power plant once the power plant's done. We were going for... Which one's cheaper? Definitely that one. So once the fusion reactor's done, I'll start designing my next set of fleets. Not much I can do about it. Now we know. That was the test. Once we get executive control here, we are going to dismantle a bunch of these armies.
We'll bring this nation to our side.
Standing by for orders.
Look at how quickly this stuff spreads.
Going in hot.
Where do you need me? Establishing our presence.
Where did I send her?
Acknowledged.
Ready for my mission.
She went to Port Louis. So you...
Standing by.
are going to go to Conakry.
Gear up.
So now maxing this stuff out is going to become much more important from a CP perspective. Oop, she needs one more point. How old is he? 59.
Lending my expertise.
Lending my expertise.
And when is the reactor done? 19th, so tomorrow. Alright. Let's see what our ship design looks like now that that's complete. And let's throw some more management research in real quick, just to make sure we're keeping up with the cap. Pretty sure I cannot refit the current ships because it's a different engine type and a different power plant type. So let's go here. And we are going to go with destroyers. And these are going to be space superiority. How much does the hybrid armor cost? I think that's definitely worth the cost. Especially considering that it's 0 tons. It makes our ships so much faster. Oh wait, it was 0 tons because I didn't have any on it. 15 tons per nose or tail. And how much do these cost? 18. Still, every little bit helps. Alright, so we are going with the Zeta Helion drive. And we are going with the which one? This one costs exotics, which is fine. It's only 0.001 per gigawatt. And nobles and fissiles 03 and 002. Cheaper all the way around, except obviously for the exotics, but I think we can afford that, so we'll go with that. We will go with the exotic battery. I am assuming this only uses hydrogen for propellant, so it makes it much easier for us to refuel now. Alright, let's... Holy cow, look at that Delta V. Just with 3 propellant tanks. That costs 7 exotics so far to make. I think that's fine. Let's throw a couple of you guys on there. And my nose weapon is going to be a coil cannon. And then my utility modules. It uses the nobles though. Like, how much extra velocity is that? Go 11 and 657. 1.4K. Yeah, I mean, that is exactly 10%. Is it worth it? I don't think so. I definitely want an advanced laser engine. The question is, do I want 2 of them? Because the bonus does stack. So do I want a destroyer? Or do I want a frigate? Because we've only got 4 hard points. It's 3 and 4 utility. I don't want a frigate either. How about a monitor? No. I think it is destroyer that we want. It's a cruiser, give me. Of course, these will be much more expensive. And their wet mass is much higher as well. Mission control. Yeah, I think destroyer is the way we want to go. Do this again. Utility modules, though. Still don't know what I want to do here. We definitely want 1 laser engine. These are going to be going out to Jupiter. %50 bonus to exhaust velocity. I forgot to... Alright, let's see what that does. It effectively doubles my delta V. I think we use that. These are not going to be cheap to build. %20 bonus to thrust. I hate going in without component armor. But I'm liking all of this. My cost go from... That's acceptable. $36. All right, let's try this. And we're going to call these... outer plant. All right, so what I need to build at Mars now is 6 of those. And did they... which station did they blow up? The one I was building or the construction module? I mean, they're there, so there's a high probability that... Oh, they haven't blown this up yet. Question is, are they going to? I guess it doesn't matter. We're gonna send
15 seconds to CSM.
6 destroyers and 1 colony ship. I think it's unlikely that this finishes. Alright, so ship construction. Mars. Why is this unpowered? Oh, because I'm building it, that's why. Mars. We need to build 6 of you. Days 77, and then we need to build 1
Columbia, Houston, we're standing by, over.
of you, I think. Yep, 1 of you. That's 100 days, so actually cancel that and put that. Whoop! Not what I wanted to do.
I gained that.
So 120 days, 126 days, 128 days, 4 months.
Columbia, Houston, over.
We will have a fleet ready to go back out to Io. That's fine. Keep bombing the colony ship all you want. As long as that keeps you distracted, I'm happy. Come on, get all the CP.
Target destroyed.
Score 1 for the good guys.
We're taking over.
Good. Now
Our
this
presence
becomes
is growing.
a bit dicey. Alright, so we want... space defenses. How are they doing on space defenses here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's plenty. Oop. And we barely need anything in Miltech here, and we're also gonna do... We're gonna get rid of some of these armies. We just don't need them all.
Sure, I've seen those shows too. All those starships politely doing whatever some distant admiral tells them to do. All those worlds quietly minding their own business. It's all a dream, boy. Nothing but a foolish dream. Colonel Hans Castillo, personal correspondence.
Alright, where do we want to go next? I don't think we're even remotely ready for Titans yet. What are we currently researching? Remind me what we still need for Firefly. What are we missing here? Everything's done except Triton Pulse Drive, which is already available. Alright, I don't know what I want to do next. Let's see. I feel like antimatter weaponry and antimatter mass production. It just depends on how long it takes us to clean up Jupiter so that we can actually start harvesting antimatter. Alright, let's take a quick look. We need more CP. Transnational management comes with this. I think that's another 25 CP. Where's clean energy comes out of there? Where is missing something from the life science? There it is, genies. What does this give us? Nothing. Methuselah therapies, which would be nice. It would allow our counselors to live longer, but that's only a 50% chance of popping. Clean energy seems like a good idea. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go clean energy. And we'll get the CP out of here at some point. And I'll pop a couple of management researches just to make sure we can stay above the cap. Oh, did I? Yeah, we're good. Yeah, that's something we need to take care of right now before I forget. We no longer need to be rivals. And we're allies with Australia. Who controls Australia? The Initiative. That's done. I need you
Ready.
to defend the interests here.
Protecting our interests.
Ready for orders. Heading to the LZ.
I'm here. Gear up.
At your service.
You need to go to ground. The aliens know who you are.
Initiating deep cover.
Anybody else? You probably should go to ground as well. Alright, she's maxed, unfortunately. So we're not going to get any more CP out of her. Let's go investigation. I don't think she's a striver. She's not. Alright, priorities are split correctly everywhere now. Let's make sure the Caliphate looks good. It does.
Offering support.
I will help them.
Going silent.
They still haven't destroyed my orbital that's under construction. I'm assuming that once the construction on it completes, they'll head there, though.
Making things safe for our people.
Let's turn the speed down here. They destroyed my farm. What do we have sitting in series space right now? 3 ships, 820. And the fleet that they've got sitting around it is... We can't attack that. Well, maybe we could. Corvettes. They do have a dreadnought. I could try it. It's not like we can't just roll back the save. You know what? Let's try it. See how it goes. Three v7. Oh, there's more than one fleet here. Which one was that? Also, somebody else is coming in here too. Victor 144 is the one we want. Oh, shoot. That's actually a frigate, not a destroyer. Eh, let's see what happens. We can always reload. If I go at them, first of all, are you even maneuverable? You are. Alright, so we run backwards first. And then we turn around. Yeah. And then you need to turn around. You need to come down a bit. And do you have missiles? Just phasers. Now you're slower than everybody else for some reason. Oh, it's because I've got you coming down. I need to change that like that. There we go. And I can't make it turn around until there. Let's see how it goes. That is a lot of missiles. Another thing I haven't been using is ECM, even though it should now be effective against the aliens. We did research that technology. I need to keep you guys close. Are we gonna survive this? Do we have enough PD? I don't think we do. Maybe. Maybe. Nope. Not quite. He's too slow now. Alright, let's slow this down a little bit, and let's start turning you guys around and bringing you back. Did we lose our engines on you? Dude, we did. So it's you that needs to turn around. So we're down to 2 against 2, 4, 7, including a dreadnought. And you're just gonna drift now. I don't think we've got enough oil weapons now to saturate the space. Not even one ship. Yeah. Alright, I want to try a different combat tactic. instead of turning, I want to try taking an arc away. I'm gonna figure this out. There's definitely got to be a way to do this. Forgive all the reloads, but I'm still learning. Hopefully, this helps anybody who's watching. Swear to God. One of the other problems as we get later into the game, the reloads take quite a bit longer. What if we try, instead of short wall, let's block 3x3 box. Well, we only have 3 ships, so that's not going to matter. What if we just go with a line? And instead of going straight back, we do this. And actually, you should not be going as fast because we need you to make sure that this guy can keep up. Let's see how that goes. I want you to actually be a little closer. Oh, is he getting... Yeah, they've got lasers now, or phasers now. Alright, they're all going that way. Let's switch directions. And come around this way. Yeah. We also need to nose over so we can get some shots off, but... Nope. He's too far away. Nah. We'll let it go. The armor looks like it did what it was supposed to there. Let's bring you around that way. Let's bring you around that way. Yeah, you guys, you need to come back. We're getting too split up. Nope. This is not going to be possible. Not with all those missiles. And we're taking too much phaser damage now because we don't have our nose pointed. I'm sure somebody who has a much more experienced feel for... Alright. Worth a test. I probably ought to build a couple more ships there. I didn't realize they had such a big fleet sitting around Ceres. Oh. Well, I have a couple new form factors up, so let's build a couple of those there. I'm not worried about being attacked. It's being able to project force onto them that's the problem right now. Our battle stations are definitely enough to defend against what they've got either at Ceres or already targeted towards Ceres. I also need to contact the Initiative or Project Exodus and buy some of their noble metals off of them. We're starting to get low. What kind of fleet would you build if you had no resource constraints? I'm really happy with the destroyer build that I've got right now. The problem is, like, I would absolutely start taking my attack forces out right now if I didn't have to worry about refueling them at the cost they currently are costing me. Now, the new destroyers, since they only take hydrogen to refuel, we'll see what the actual resupply cost is. I'm not sure what the coils are costing me. But I'm pretty happy with the layout and the effectiveness of those destroyers. Let's throw a couple of you guys up on Ceres. Yeah, definitely. I'm below 100 per turn now, and a lot of that is because I'm starting to build more. So I need to get a presence on Io so that I can start getting really good noble metal production going before I can actually continue to build out my fleet too big. That's really my bottleneck right now. Fissiles becomes less of a concern because now that we have the drive types and power plant types, we're not going to use as many of those in our fleet. Is Jupiter the only source of antimatter? I think all of the Jovian planets have antimatter around them somewhere. So Jupiter, Saturn, and Neptune should all have it. And maybe Uranus, I'm not really sure if that's considered a Jovian planet or not. Which means I'm sure some of like the outer asteroidal bodies probably have antimatter as well. Ship construction. Just want to check. Where are we at? 38 days on the first set and 64 days on the second set. The other thing is I don't think antimatter shows up in the prospecting screen. It doesn't. And I'm not sure if it shows up in the solar system screen either. It does not. Which seems like a design flaw. I wonder if they're planning on adding that in later. Go ahead, keep bombing that colony ship. If it keeps you occupied, I'm happy. Oh shoot, I forgot to do a set policy here. We need to get rid of some of these armies. I want to get rid of 3rd Infantry and 2nd Marine and whatever this one is. 10th Mountain. What does the repair bay do? An expanded damage control team as well as workshop to construct more extensive repairs away from the shipyard. I'm sure that takes up a utility slot. Maybe it's worth it, I don't know. We aren't building any Titanic ships yet, or large ships, where I would have extra utility slots to spend on something like that.
Target destroyed.
Score one for the good guys.
Another thing I haven't looked at since we took over the US. Wow, we're down to 65%. That's weird. That's because the initiative is now running campaigns. I am hesitant to piss the initiative off because between they and Project Exodus, those are the only two sources I have to buy nobles from right now. Alright. Small little cushion there. Gives me a little bit of breathing room. Might as well build that. It's only 500. It'll probably take like 2 days. So let's take a look real quick, just out of curiosity. Now that it's built, will they send somebody over there and blow it up? Alright, so Jupiter has one source of antimatter. Saturn has none. Do any of its moons? I mean, we haven't prospected out here, so maybe there's more than this, I don't know. I don't see antimatter around any of them, and it could be because we haven't prospected out there yet that we don't actually see it. Yep, we can kiss that goodbye. They get there in August, and I don't think our battle stations are even going to be remotely... I don't think our battle stations finish until 2047. So we definitely can't go out there undefended. Yeah. Bummer. That was a waste of resources. Oh well, now we know. Grant alien control. Wonder what that is. Do I want to unlock anything here? Neutron flux drive. Let's take a look at the spreadsheet. I don't think we want the neutron flux drive, but let me make sure. I have to find it first. I don't even see it on my chart. Neutron flux torch, neutron flux. Now the H. Orion drive is just as good, although I'm sure this is probably cheaper. Actually, it's not. Propellant is 5 fissiles. So for now, I'm going to obsolete that. Firestar drive, pretty sure we don't want that. Doesn't unlock anything else. I don't even see it on the chart. So for now, I'm going to obsolete that. Helion inertial drive is actually decent for a colony ship, so we'll leave that one up for now. Triton pulse drive. Is also decent, so we'll leave that up for now. That's a power plant, right? Yep. Deep plasma drive. We will never build that. Antimatter microfission drive. That one we might actually build. Just don't have antimatter right now. Burner drive. No, we'll never build that. That does have an unlock associated to it. We'll leave that there for now. Helion Taurus drive. Nope, we'll never build that. Z-Pinch microfission drive. We'll never build that. And at this point, I'm well past when I would need advanced Cermet Nerva. I don't even know what a pulsed plasmoid. That's so long ago, I probably never built that one either. Yeah, that might make a good, cheap colony drive. Propellant anything. I'll leave that one sitting there for now. All right, let's start getting our power projecting units up. And you know what? That's more important right now. Let's get that done.
Taking it to them.
Ready to go.
Alright, who needs to do what where? We need a stabilize in the EU.
We'll restore peace to this nation.
Acknowledged.
We need public campaign in the EU, I think. EU... Caliphate. She's terrible in the Caliphate, though. We'll throw you in.
We must
EU.
persuade the people.
Reporting in.
And we'll have you also stabilize the EU. That way we don't have to run it again.
We'll make things safe.
No, no, no. We need you to do set national policy. We need to start getting rid of armies over here.
Time to make our move.
Offering counsel.
Lending my
And
expertise.
let's see if we can't get the US back on track. The fact that the US is running 160 research right now is a joke. Not even 109 research. I mean, that is awful. Yeah, take me there. It's Mars. Alright, so our shipbuilding capacity on Mercury is now
Seconds to CSMI.
pretty fantastic. We've got plenty of power left over, although these are going to take 120 and 120. So that'll leave us with 300. I suppose I could upgrade one of these to a battle station.
Roger, CSMI.
Just from 40 to 2. We could only do one. I'm gonna hold off on that. I think that's a good configuration for now, until we clean out the inner solar system. Alright, and now we have, how much extra power do we have here now? 268, with more coming online soon-ish. I'll wait until we know how much power we have before we start expanding that. I've really been on the fence for these IR phaser batteries. I kind of want to research them and see how well they do in PD. Because they're really close at they're really good at armor penetration up close. I think green are better, so I feel like if I research these, they're gonna get replaced on my stations. Let's get started on United North America. At At some point, we'll have the CP for it.
Order is returning.
The people will come to our side.
We said 3rd Infantry, 2nd Marine, 10th Mountain, I'm never going to remember this, or 82nd Airborne. Basically, I want anything without a Navy gone, and I'm not sure if you even get the choice.
Policy direction complete.
You do. So let's get rid of 10th Mountain. And I think next
By
we'll
the
get
numbers.
4th Infantry. Let's move you. Hang it. Move you there so you're near the coast. And let's rebuild that. See if we can get him shot down or not. Did anybody take damage? Well, at least they took damage. That's good. Getting rid of these things so hard.
Gear up.
Ready. We're going in.
What's the op? We'll make things safe.
At your service. Heading to the capital.
And who do we want to get rid of this time? 4th Infantry. Ship construction is getting close. Still a good month and a half away, though.
Offering assistance.
Offering counsel.
That's fine. Keep doing that. I was just going to look at something and I forgot what. Oh yeah, public opinion. Shocking that China and India would be having a conflict. "50-50 shot that war breaks out." I don't like that option. I don't like any of these options. I think of the options, this is the best one. Stop, that bug drives me crazy. War breaks out between us and India. We lose 2% of our GDP. India loses 0.1 from its Miltech. I think I'm gonna try this. fails, even if it fails, we still get a public opinion boost. We just don't get the cohesion. And it backfired. So... I mean, that is not insignificant. What did it do to our cohesion? Actually, it really didn't do much. Unless it doesn't reflect until next turn. Alright, time for us to, I think, turn a counselor from the initiative. They keep messing with me.
Things are stabilizing.
And who did I say? I already forgot. 4th Infantry.
Fake news, misinformation, it doesn't matter what they call it. The simple truth is that the powerful do it and the powerless cry about it. And that's why the powerless will never, ever become the powerful. Chairman Soren van Beek.
I was gonna say, that sounds like the initiative. We're really endgame here now. We're almost through the entire tech tree. I think I'm gonna go with UV combat lasers. I think we're at the point where we can start thinking about outfitting our ships with those. And I'm pretty sure they're better in point defense as well. Alright, so this is going to be called Jupiter Mission.
Mission complete.
By the numbers.
Still want to get rid of at least one
There's
more
it
army.
is secure.
You know what? You need to be on a coast as well. What's going on here? Deploy. Thank you. More? Still? Wait, who did I just...
We are going in.
Standing by.
Alright. Time to... We either need to find somebody from Project Exodus or the initiative.
Surveilling target.
We
Ready.
need to grab... Actually, you know what? Why don't you go to Keto
Heading to the LZ.
and do that
What's the op?
while you...
Standing by for orders. Tracking target.
help me find counselors.
Acknowledged.
And then you are going to get rid
On
of
my way
one
to the
more
capital.
army. And we'll get rid of... We'll get rid of 3rd Infantry.
I will help them.
Offering assistance.
Another one going into low IO orbit. There's probably going to be quite a fleet there by the time we get out there, but I think we should be fine. They seem obsessed with that colony ship, and apparently they cannot hit it.
Surveillance complete.
I have new information.
Who? Alright, we found somebody from the initiative. I think what
Every
we'll do
conflict throughout
is
history stemmed from man's anger, fear, greed, or
him.
jealousy. Yes, it is the fount of love and faith and art, but perhaps, just perhaps, we are wrong to place the human heart upon such a pedestal. Director Khalid al-Ashqar, op-ed in the Gulf News.
So out of this, we need transnational management. Everything else is superfluous. I'm sure some of those are nice, but... I guess we could try plasma weapons, too. I haven't actually tested those out yet. Yep. Time to mess with the initiative. They aren't going to like it, but I don't care at this point. They're stealing too much stuff from me. Oh, goodness gracious me, yes. Rapid fissile enrichment. The other thing I need to do is somebody just launched, I think it's Ceres. Alright, what's sitting out here? Victor 144 is still there with 7 ships and 2K. We've got 4 ships and 1K, 3 of which are the new destroyers. Do I want to wait for one more to come up, or do I want to attack that now? Let's wait for one more to come up. I'm still building one there, I think. Yeah, 102 more days. You do have to love the sound effect for it. The first time I heard it, it gave me a jump scare. Please fix the way the focus works. I didn't want to transfer my focus out there. Who did I say I was getting rid of here? 3rd Infantry.
Policy direction complete.
Yeah, 6 armies is plenty for the US. And algorithmic economic management gives us another 10. Good. We'll do that next. No we won't. Yeah, we will. Space traffic control, what's that? Doesn't really matter at this point. Oh, look at that. We're up to 14K research now.
Score 1 for the good guys.
And I think I already forgot again. 4th? Oh, it already executed. Never mind. We do need a couple of navies here. So let's throw a couple of points into build navy. we're almost back up to 100k cash. What are we doing here on military? Not even to 7.1 yet. Alright, so you
Standing by.
are going to continue doing this stuff.
Taking it to them.
Ready for orders.
You're gonna permanently advise
Offering
the US.
support.
Ready to go.
You are going to investigate this guy.
We'll see what they're up to.
Where do you need me?
You are gonna detain him.
We'll grab him.
Oh, and actually, before I have you go on permanent advise, Samad,
Where to?
I actually want you to contact him
Making contact.
before we arrest him.
Lending my expertise.
I will help them.
Initiating contact.
No more getting underfoot, child. The adults have business to attend to.
How much will you sell me? I'll give you 20,000. How much would it take? 50,000? All right, so we don't need to give them 50. Let's give him 40. 30? 25? $29,500? 29? That's perfectly fair to me. We are generating so much water at this point, or hydrogen at this point. This will pretty much double my stock of noble metals. And now we arrest him. They are obsessed with that colony ship. Alright, we need that one done as well, and then we can start thinking about Canada and the Greater North American Project. Alright, you are going to join the Jupiter mission. That's 4 of the 7 ships I'm sending out there, I believe. So we still have 3 more to go. 52 days, so 2 months. And then we are off to Io again.
Person of interest surveilled.
Alright, we can turn him next turn.
Target secure.
And once we turn him, we will start assassinating the rest of their counselors, because I'm really getting tired of this. Who's exposed? I need to send somebody to ground, apparently. Yeah, everybody needs to go to ground, apparently. What do we got? Scientists working at a laboratory in the Caliphate have made an unexpected breakthrough. The findings are being collated and prepared for release as we speak. There will be no way of keeping a discovery of this magnitude from the rest of the world, but in the moments before that happens, we could try to leverage it in our favor. I think we will use that to lobby for scientific funding. How much of a boost is that? I mean, it's only like 2 weeks worth of research. Are we at war, by the way? I totally forgot to look at this. Yeah, we need to make peace because they're gonna do this garbage.
Silent.
Which is fine. He's only got one army. I haven't used an Inspire mission since like the first 4 years of the game, I think. Alright, well, we need to start sending people
Standing
to
by
ground,
for orders.
but before we do,
Securing our control.
At your service. Going in hot.
Standing by for orders. We'll bring them to our side.
Ready to go.
actually, you know what? You're gonna do the assault.
Gear up.
You're gonna go to ground.
Your orders? Initiating deep cover.
And both of you
Ready
are
for
gonna
my
go to
mission.
ground.
Evading pursuit.
Ready to go. Initiating deep cover.
Hunkering down.
Going into hiding.
Hunkering down.
Securing our interests.
They're obsessed. Starting to run into
We
some
now have a spy in their ranks.
interesting projects here. All right, he's been turned. Now we can start picking off the rest of their counselors and stealing their tech. And sabotaging their tech as well. Because this is getting infuriating. And we're doing fine on cash. This should be very helpful. And next up we need one of these. Transnational management. That was just a repair.
The LZ is secure.
Alright, we need the other one that provides us with the 10 social media campaigns? No. No. Thought there was another one that was giving me 10. Am I already researching it? Oh, I'm already researching it. Do I want to finish up United North America? There's so much good stuff now. Let's do that one. Where did we detect an alien? Hello, alien. They are sending a lot of ships to Io now. They really want to destroy that colony ship. Yeah. I think that was a repair. Oh, you just came from... Yeah,
Heading
I
there
guess
now.
Go ahead and
Ready for my
investigate.
mission.
You came from going to ground. You need to assassinate that guy. Who did we turn? I need to make sure we don't assassinate him. Kunfang Jia. Oops, yeah, we don't want to assassinate him. So let's try assassinating you.
They won't see me coming.
You are
Reporting
going to
in.
sabotage their project.
I'm going in.
Ready for
You
orders.
are going to go to ground.
Going into hiding.
So are
Ready
you.
for my mission.
I think you're the one that's getting targeted.
Hunkering down.
Where do you need me?
You can go back to advising.
Offering support. I will help them.
Going off the
It
grid.
actually might be him too. He's only got 14 security.
Going off the grid.
They're absolutely obsessed with that colony ship.
We've hacked their research data.
What do we want to blow up here? Nice, critical success.
Target neutralized.
Alright, let's check. I want to see... We're not going to be able to disable anybody's CP because we own most of the world at this point. But his mission control is terrible. That's good. Yeah, everybody's got a ton of CP cap because there's nothing for anybody to control anymore. We have it all. I would really love to get some of Project Exodus's stuff from them. Oh, and how are we doing on global public opinion? 72%. We're rocking it.
We'll be ready for new orders soon. Prepping for next mission.
Ooh, that's nice. So much good stuff to research now.
Recon complete.
How many ships do they have there now? They've got 4 fleets with 2, that's a dreadnought. 3, 4, It's only 5 ships. Feels like there was more. That's useless to us at this point. Did I not put you on permanent assignment there? Yeah, I did.
Ready for my mission. Offering counsel.
I'm here.
Where's
Heading
Louis
to the
again?
LZ.
Where to?
That's got to be some weird algorithmic thing where that is constantly the...
Tracking target.
Where do you need me? We'll see what we can find.
Your orders?
How are we doing here? EU could use a stabilize.
We'll turn down the heat.
And ship construction should almost be done. Mars. 9 days. And then we launch for Io again.
Offering assistance.
Lending my expertise.
Did we blow him up? We blew him up. Wait, did we blow him up? Ended his bombing run. Is he damaged? Yeah, they're both damaged. Good. And they didn't take out anything of mine.
The target is down. Wrapping up here.
That is the same fleet. There, that one blew up. I might have to assassinate
Things
him
are cooling off.
once we're done messing with the initiative, because he keeps running public campaigns here. Alright, that's the whole fleet. Let's go.
Okay, retro go. Fight 'em, go.
I want IO. There we go. So we arrive January of 2047. Since we are at almost 3 hours today, I think that's where we'll call it an episode.
Target destroyed.
While we await the arrival of our Jupiter fleet.
We found something.
That colony ship just sitting there getting rained on. Alright, we are gonna have to probably take some of our Mars fleet and start taking these ships out. Another IO ship. Yeah, they're sending a full fleet over there. Alright, I think that's where we'll call it an episode for today. As always, appreciate everybody who stopped by to take a look today. Thank you, chat, for keeping it entertaining as always. Renee and Nan, good to see you both. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those down below. If you want to know when I'm going live, hit that notification bell. If you're new here, just stumbled across the channel, hit that subscribe button for me. It does help grow the channel, doesn't cost you anything. And we will see you back here for the next episode. Thanks a lot.